maybe tomorrow. Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
So how many of you are guilty of postponing your task or goals like this forever? Most of us in one way or another, right? Today, I'm going to introduce you to a topic that can help you overcome this. Curious?
Yes.
Today, I'm going to talk about Kaizen, the Japanese business strategy that helped Japan to rise from the ashes left by the World War II to become one of the manufacturing superpower by the end of the 20th century. Undoubtedly an economic miracle, right? Kaizen is a Japanese word. Kai means good and Zen means change. So put together it means a good change or continual improvement. Kaizen was first made popular by Toyota in their production systems. Kaizen focuses on small incremental improvements rather than big goals. It focuses on working smarter, not harder. Okay, wait. Now you must be thinking why I'm talking about a business strategy here, right? The truth is, Kaizen doesn't have to be limited to business. It can be applied by anyone in any spheres of life. So now that I've given you a hint on Kaizen and its history, let's see how it can help us in our lives, or what makes it so different. Now, we all have goals, or we have things that we want to improve or change in our life. But the problem with us is that we often tend to take big steps. And that's what we have always been told, that we need to work harder and push ourselves to the maximum to achieve something. But the problem with taking big steps is that most of the times it backfires. We might feel all inspired and motivated in the beginning, like we feel after watching some motivational video, yes, I'm going to change my life, or the first few days in the gym. But what happens after that? That enthusiasm or that excitement wears off, and we become bored and skeptic because we don't see an immediate effect. This is when the fear of failure and anxiety creeps in. And you know what our brain does when it gets stressed? It activates this fight or flight response, which means our brain tells us to either fight the situation or just run away. And exactly that's what we do. The second thing, run away. That is, when we feel stressed, we feel the need to relax or find comfort, and slowly we forget our dreams. This is why we need Kaizen, because Kaizen is not about changing everything overnight. It focuses on taking smaller steps rather than big ones. It says to stick on to one small change at a time until it becomes a habit. And in this way, we can build constructive habits even without putting much effort. And that can take us to our long-term goals. This way, the steps are so small that it's almost unnoticeable. So we don't feel stressed or we don't feel distracted. Isn't that smarter? Yes. Now, how can we apply this in our lives? First, decide what you want to achieve or improve in your life. Then, list down what you want to change or what is stopping you from achieving them. Say obstacles. Then, take smaller steps every day to achieve your dream. Every day, okay? So, for example, if you want to read a book, don't focus on completing the entire book at a time. You will never really find time. Instead, why don't you just read one page every day? Now, that thought doesn't scare you, so you will get started. And once you get started, you will find yourself reading more number of pages and finally finishing the book. This 1-minute principle of Kaizen suggests that you do what you want to achieve or improve in your life just for 1 minute a day. Now, that's just 60 seconds, not a big deal at all, right? And at the end of the 1 minute, you will feel good that you did finally something. And if you want to exercise, just do it for 1 minute every day, and slowly you will find yourself increasing the time that you dedicate for it. The advantages of Kaizen are that it helps you to build constructive habits even without putting much efforts. And it helps you to stop procrastinating and helps you to overcome your greatest enemy, which is laziness. And it also gives you a sense of achievement, which is very necessary to keep you motivated to move forward. So now that you know how Kaizen can help you, just go ahead and start those tiny little steps to great success. Change your life slowly but wisely, not spontaneously. And remember, it doesn't matter how fast you reach if you know where you are going. And there is no need to push yourself harder. Just enjoy the moment and slowly build your dreams. No wonder why the tortoise won the race and the rabbit lost. Thank you.